Hey all, today's video is at my sister's house. She moved into this house maybe a month or two ago, and she said she's just feeling a little overwhelmed with the clutter. She doesn't know where to start. She said she'll start to clean and then she just is overwhelmed, so she just stops. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to come over and I'm going to help you. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like that sometimes too. Like when I clean houses, I'll go over and I just kind of don't know where to start. So I'll just start doing something. And that's exactly what I did here. I just came in. I immediately got started on doing the dishes, put the dishes all away because they were clean in the dishwasher. And then I reloaded it with all of the dishes from the sink and then whatever was on the stove. In my own home, I'll start by clearing the counter and then go to the dishes. Here, I started with the dishes and then I will start by clearing the counter, wiping it off. But starting with the dishes, no matter what, always is a great place to start, because once you get that dishwasher running, I feel like it's motivation to get going and just get the rest of the place cleaned up. I absolutely hate doing dishes. I don't know if you knew that about me. I love doing laundry, hate dishes. So if I get that task done, I'm like, okay, that was the worst part. Now let's get going. I am using my favorite soft scrub bleach. I just got it at Target. It is wonderful, works amazing. It doesn't have the strong scent. I also like Barkeeper's Friend, but that one does have such a strong scent. It like burns my nose. This one does not. Anyways, it works really well. The scrubber that I'm using is just one of the refills from one of my wands at home, and it works really well too. You can just buy these. You don't even need to buy the wand if you just need something to scrub with. My sister had no cleaning products, no dish rags, no scrubbers, no nothing. And I'm not judging her. Here are my thoughts. Some people just were not taught to clean. And I can vouch for that for my sister and I, because no offense, but our house was messy growing up. And I was never taught how to clean. My mom never showed me how to properly clean a sink or clean the kitchen top to bottom. My grandma was always cleaning. She was Hungarian and the cutest thing ever. She cleaned houses in Europe for a little extra money when the kids were young. And she would come over and clean our house periodically. And so I remember just watching her from the doorway, just thinking like, oh my gosh, you're using straight bleach. That's exactly what she used, actually, was just straight bleach. Like, they didn't have cleaning products. She's like, bleach, that's all you need. And to be honest, I can't clean with just bleach. But anyways, she did. And I remember watching her just clean nonstop, and it was so satisfying. I was super messy, like just messy. My room was always a mess. My car was always a mess. Everything was just always a mess. And it did overwhelm me. Once I met my husband, I became super clean, because he is like super clean about everything, wants everything picked up, and that's great. It's rubbed off on me. And now I cannot live in clutter. I cannot live in a room that is nasty, dirty. It just overwhelms me and makes me anxious. And that's exactly how my sister was feeling. I said, as long as you have a fresh start and the place is completely clean, it is so much easier to keep up with. I feel like it's just that initial clean, to just get things back to point A. Once I became a clean person, I'm like, aha, that's exactly why my grandma clean nonstop. This is probably how she felt, because I do remember her coming into our house as kids and being like, oh my gosh, why is it messy? Why didn't you clean this up? Why does it look like this? And to me, it was just like, what? Like it just never occurred to me. But to her, she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that someone would live like this, like live in clutter and a messy home. And now that I see it from her point of view, I understand. Yes, it is true. Like when I walked into my sister's, no offense, and she wouldn't mind me saying this because I said it to her. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, how in the world are you living in this? And she's like, I know. She's like, I know, I feel so overwhelmed and anxious and I don't even know where to start. It's stressing me out. And I'm like, no, I get it. I get it. And I'm not judging her at all. So that is where I came over and just totally helped get her to point A. This way she can just upkeep. I brought my own cleaning products except for this spray and then her other like dish soap and stuff. But I said, where's your rag that you like clean the counters with, or a scrubber? And she's like, I don't have one. I'm like, you don't have a towel or like, so no, no, the counters had not been wiped down, like maybe with the paper towel, but it's just not the same as having a dish towel or something that you can wipe the backsplash off with, the counters off with. So I said, get yourself some dish towels, and these are what you'll wipe your counters down with every single night. We were laughing so hard, and I know she won't care if I tell you this, but while I was doing the kitchen in here, I had her get started on the bathroom, and I showed her how to wipe down the bathroom, you know, using the bleach and all of that. So to clean the shower and the toilet. Well, I walked in there and she was dipping the cleaning towel that I had given her in the toilet and scrubbing the inside of the toilet. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing? What are you doing? And she's like, what do you mean? Isn't this how you clean the toilet? And I'm like, absolutely not, dude. Oh my God, I would never stick my hand in there. But anyways, she didn't have a toilet brush, you know, to clean the inside of the toilet. And I'm like, okay, I think they sell those at Dollar Tree, honestly, for like $1.99. So she's going to get a toilet brush wand to clean the inside of the toilet. But no judgment. I'm just like, honestly, some people legit just might not know. So I just don't think that she had one. She didn't know how else to clean it. And that was that. That's okay, I guess. It's very clean now, honestly. Here I'm just wiping off all of the appliances, clearing the counter, and getting everything back to point A. Get your coffee or your drink of choice and sit back and watch this kitchen come to life. It's going to be sparkly clean when we're done.
I told you I'm not here to mess around, and you've been acting too mysterious. You didn't think I'd go, but do you now? You never took me seriously. You don't have the time for me. I don't have the time to please you. I'll pack all your things away. You're welcome. Broken promises that got me out of work. I guess I thought your style might grow on me. You're never really honest, made me guess. And now I want you far from close to me. You don't have the time for me. I don't have the time to please you. I'll pack all your things away. You're welcome, but I can't promise that you got me out of whack. I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. Don't wanna deal with you, don't wanna feel for you. It's your loss, but I can't promise that I got me out of whack. I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. Don't wanna deal with you, don't wanna feel for you. It's your loss,
She said she was always worried about taking these little burners off. And I said, yeah, you can remove them and clean underneath them. And she's like, oh, I never knew that. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I didn't either there for a while. But yes, you can remove them and clean underneath them because grime and stuff gets underneath or crumbs. This stovetop looked so gorgeous when I was done with it. It is just the most satisfying thing to go from dirty, grimy to clean. I love it.
Pardon me, why don't you come over here? I need to ask you something quickly, my dear. Why do you always settle for something less? You know that, baby, you deserving the best. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look up in the mirror. You gotta see a little clearer. Who's that woman looking right back? She's a beauty queen, bad, bad. You ain't nobody's number two. These men, they should be fighting over you. No second guessing what I'm saying. Baby, you can take this to the bank and make it sweet. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make it sweet. Don't even listen to these guys right now. Make it sweet. This treasure buried deep inside right now. Make it sweet. So go and see what you can find right now. Don't you know you're not just some other girl? There's no one like you anywhere in the world. You have a strength like nothing I've ever seen. You're like a woman ripped right out of my dreams. Yeah, yeah. Go take a look up in the mirror. You gotta see a little clearer. Who's that woman looking right back? She's a beauty queen, bad, bad. You ain't nobody's number two. These men, they should be fighting over you. No second guessing what I'm saying. Baby, you can take this to the bank and make it sweet. It's time to listen to yourself right now. Make it sweet.
Okay, so when I was taking the trash out, the bag broke. I had to call my sister to come running in to get me a new bag so that I could put it in there before all the trash fell out. But anyways, we got that situation under control and I swept and mopped. Another thing is that she did not have a mop, like a O-Cedar mop or just a regular mop. And I'll be honest, I didn't either there for the longest time. I was just using like my Swiffer, but it's not a Swiffer, the one where you can rewash the towel on the bottom. Anyways, that's all I had. I did not have a mop either. So I am not judging anybody who doesn't have a mop and just has a Swiffer, but having a mop does make a huge difference. Oh my gosh. Like if I would have had a mop in here, it would have been game changer. But anyways, the Swiffer worked just fine. I just used the Swiffer rags that she had. And then when I went into the dining room and living room, I did put a little Pine Sol down on the floor and then just use that to wash it around. She did say she's going to go out and get a mop. And I told her, you will be so surprised with how satisfying it is to clean your floors and then how great it looks. All right, come see it.
Wow, that's amazing. How did you do that so fast?
I don't know. You think you can keep it up on it?
I think so.
My reward was this delicious coffee that she made me. It was so amazing. I made a short of it so that you can see what she put in it. But anyways, thank you so much for joining me.